What was this like investigated? Okay, so I'm just gonna. Okay. So yeah, just going to this stream. Okay, I hope. All right, all right. So what's going on? Okay. Well, hello, all. I made this public. So, because I was late on my, the private group. So, hello everyone here. And I still have to share some videos I did. Yes, this is live. I did like last week. I'd like to share with the YouTube people. So I just wanted the first thing I wanted to say is thank you for your support and press like if you are watching. And thanks for subscribing and everything. I'm always a little like I'm so late to announce my live stream, so a long story. But but I was gonna say is I wanted to today I spent some time trying, but I didn't succeed. Trying to see if I could share this documentary that's on MSNBC. So it was kind of complicated to figure out how to watch it. So if you go on, so basically you look it up, it's called From Russia with Lev Parnas. So you have to like I just have to sign up for this NBC website or something, and then you can watch it. They give you some I don't complicated. So I don't know when they're gonna make it public. So I try to stream it. I try to like record my computer screen, but nowadays they pick it up. Nowadays they could tell that it's like basically they so the screen becomes black, right? You can't see anything. They don't let you share the content, but I wish that we could all kind of watch it together, but we can't, right? So anyway, so I really recommend that you watch. I started, but I haven't finished watching because I got so like uh caught up on like trying to to see what I could do about it if I could share. So it's really interesting. So basically Lev Parnas is like he goes back to he talks about his life and he goes over what happened with the whole scandal of the Hunter Biden thing, what and the disinformation about Biden and everything. So and he outs some people, including the New York Times, for basically saying that they would get this information from these people connected to Russian intelligence, and and they um they like and this guy Kim Vogel, um he would share it. He would like basically legitimize it on the New York Times. And so it's so I thought it was like really interesting and just like I guess my guys and also he apologizes to Hunter Biden and also and he like so and he names names, right? So I just thought it was so like it was such a good, it was like a really very it felt very authentic, this documentary. It felt like he means it really. And so I just wish that like that all the things he's discussing because this is so serious, right? The fact that Trump's people and Rudy Giuliani basically framed the son of Biden, and the way they treated him with such I don't know, guys, I can't even imagine. Like it's just so disgusting what they did to him, really. So then my question is the first question really is the question that I really have that I have for a long time really about this is like, are we going to see these people investigated? Because and this ended up leading to the Ukraine impeachment. Remember that? So basically, Lev made these recordings. And so remember that it ended up leading to the Trump impeachment. So for not that he continued to to work and everything. So so my question is this going to be investigated? Right. Oh, and hello, Francis. Francis is one of my supporters. Thank you. On Patreon, so it was a long time. No, but Francis made a great. You don't have to, Francis. That was a good point. Francis is saying it's interesting that the point about Ken Vogel that there's all this news about the woman who's left with the what's his or whatever was sexting RFK, but there's so little. The press is not covering the story about Ken Vogel as much, right? So how unethical and how like we are at the hands of these they're very willing to take up on all this Russian propaganda and they are part of it, right? It's so serious. It's very, very serious. So my question, I guess, you know what, guys, I one time I called him. True story. I actually called him. Did you know it? Did you know I had a day? So funny. So one time I was really mad. It's just like how crazy I am. Like at 9 a.m. I was walking to local Thursdays, and I decided to go call. He had like this like what is it called? Grocery store or something. And so I called the grocery store. I was like, "Are you gonna open a branch in Moscow?" So then he called. I was a little scared. I started crying. I felt bad because then the woman, it's like the wife owns it or something. So she was like, because I was like, "Are you what? Why did you have to mess with the CIA?" Interesting, no? I know a true story. True story. So this is how mad. Remember, guys, during the Trump administration, right? And sometimes I still feel it, this anger that there's no justice. So I decided to do it myself. Anyway, long story. So I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? Who's like, who's done with this BS. But there he is. It's kind of interesting, right? At the end of the day, in fact, there he is. There's the guy, our favorite. So my question is this going to lead to some kind of, I mean, investigation? It's almost like I don't care about investigations anymore. I want like actual outcomes, right? So what is going to happen? Because don't you think, guys, is outrageous and egregious that the newspapers are willing to really like do this. They really they knew this is propaganda and they decided to take it. Like they pretend like it's no big deal. Right? So it's like, wow, really? So what is going to happen here? Tell me. I'm like, okay, the protection. Just in case I like to ask for protection basically like I'm ahead of it. Mom, you like like that's information on there. So so tell me what's going to happen here. No, I see that he's being because guys, here the issue is that there's such a thing as freedom of press, right? Like if you call yourself a journalist, uh if you call yourself a journalist, then like, oh, hello, Danielle, good to see you. Danielle was one of my first ever, right? The long-term viewer on YouTube. It's good to see you, Danielle. So anyway, so I see that he's being interrogated, like it's a like a I guess FBI whatever thing. And he's like, well, blah, blah, blah. So there's just such a thing as, but I see that they catch that he got paid all this money. So they're like, technically, you're not like, you're not acting like as a journalist. Doesn't make sense, right? So, so it's like, right? It's really like, so that's how it is. They catch money, financial transfers. Oh, and I see that Lev knows how they were paying him. He knows about the ways they used to pay. So I find it interesting. I find it interesting. So wow, wow, wow. No, good to see you guys. And I'm on and off. I'm on and off. So okay. So that's how, so does it go? Oh, and I see this. That they what they do is they arrange something with him where he's they like give back the money and admit something so you don't go to jail. But he has to admit, yes. He has to admit and give names, right? Because it's one thing, guys. It's one thing if you don't know. Let's say for example, you don't know the person actually works for a foreign country, right? But if you are fully aware that the source is shady and you're telling people that it's not shady, then you're a lot, right? It's really it's terrible. So actually let me ask Spirit here. So what is the difference between Ken Vogel? I mean, of course there's many differences. So what's the difference between Vogel and Olivia Nuzzi? Like I talked about Olivia Nuzzi on Friday, but just I mean, I know there's a lot of like okay, a lot of differences, but what is it? So okay, so interesting. It's saying that that shows you living as a case. She was like kind of like wanted to be an entertainer and like used it to maybe make her brand or something like this. Like there was this like she wanted to use her sexuality, like her ego, whatever. But it's saying that in a way she's a top layer. Like she used her. Yeah, we do know this about her. If you don't know that she was there's a lot of past tweets where she was basically using the conspiracy theories against Obama. She's basically racist, okay? Um, and that she was kind of like a superficial, like entertainment kind of journalist. But that Vogel is far worse because he was present in a newspaper that up to very recently had been considered a serious newspaper. And he was telling the serious readers of the newspaper, right? So like uh so so he was talking right so that's the difference is that there's much more harm to what Kim Vogel has done. Okay. So like so that's like so that's right. That's right. That's right. Salavi saying that when I went to the talk with Letitia James, that was fun, right? That was fun. I know. I think she's good, doing well, Letitia James. So 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 that was that. Okay. And then so that's it. So it's saying it's much, much more serious because he was with her. You don't, I mean, I don't think anybody was like, wow, I was so shocked, right? But she is not thought as being as serious journalist as Ken Vogel because of his association with the New York Times. So, okay. No, I should do it sometimes. It's interesting. I've been kind of, yeah, I haven't done them in a while. It's kind of interesting. Um, Interesting for us to say Ken Vogel's denying of it. Of course he is, right? Yeah, I met guys. I remember when I got. Did you see when I got hugs from her from Alicia James? I brag about it. I have two hugs from her. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. I got hugs. I got hugs. One hug, two hugs, two hugs. I have. That was cute. So, anyways, so that was nice. That was nice. But guys, wasn't it a dark time? I remember it was 2018. It was a dark time. Remember? God, it was one of the worst years of the Trump presidency. Thank God we're no longer in that situation. But anyway, so that's the story. So yes, it's going to come out, and it's going to be undeniable. It's going to come out, and and it's saying that. But I have a question. I mean, we know why in a way. We know why in the sense that it was on purpose. But why is it that the New York Times still has him on payroll, right? And the way he acts like he's untouchable. In other words, he's right. So why is it the New York Times has him on payroll? Guys, have you seen a photo of the current heir that is the owner of the New York Times? He looks very, there's something kind of dark about him. And I do think that he was told, like, we'll help you with the traffic, we'll help you with this if you push some of our conspiracy theories and try to turn it. Because, guys, I was even listening to Suzanne Craig. There's one journalist in the New York Times that has serious reports against Trump, but she doesn't get the same amount of like exposure. And it's amazing that they just, oh, and the other thing, even like there was stolen material from the campaign of Trump. No, oh no, I'm not gonna touch it. Whereas with Hillary, remember, so did you see this? That apparently Iran or whoever stole material and tried to like get people to publish it. Nobody did. But when it was Hillary, oh, Hillary, oh, Podesta, remember they made such a big deal and they were right. And it's kind of like, wow, it's such a double standard, right? How it is. And how, right? It's saying this, that if we had the like dictatorship the way they wanted it, then the media would have, ironically, like a lot of power. Does it make sense? Because we have choice, right? We could say, I'm not going to watch this. But if it's a dictatorship, we don't really have choice. So in a way, like they have a lot to gain, not just from the clicks, but if they were associated with like a dictatorship, right? So, and it's saying that a lot of those oligarch people, they want us, for the world, really. They don't want us to have a choice. But it's not gonna happen. Okay. All right, so let's move on here. So, okay, the other topics for today. All right. Okay, so yes, I see, and I see also that after this war, all the people that he mentioned, that Lev mentioned, they will go, if they haven't, many of them say are going to be dead with, after this war and everything, the ones over there. And then Giuliani, Giuliani he may no longer be with us after a while, right? Because he's pretty old and he's pretty sick. But I don't think they're going to survive much longer. Past this time, I think that I see there's going to be a lot of movement to want to get rid of these people. And they're going to be like, oh, I've never met them, right? Everyone's going to want to, it's not that they're going to be scapegoats, but that the truth is going to come out. Okay. So I'm going to change the subject now, go to something else, which is this subject. So I was talking to somebody today and I got these interesting messages. So I don't know about you, but I was feeling weird today. And I know there's other people, like I know Lena G, like she gets a picture, she often gets messages like almost randomly sometimes. I don't get that a lot, honestly. But today I was just having this weird feeling. And I somehow got the impression that it was related to stuff that's in the world. Um, so 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 the messages were this. So I was talking to this person about Israel also. And I'll talk more about it. But I got this message that this week there's going to be so many changes, and that we are in the process of removing the bad people from the world, removing their power, but that it takes so much energy to make the change happen. And that those people, in fact, are very strong, right? That it's not so easy. And have you noticed, because I was talking to this person specifically about Bibi, for example, right, in Israel, like what a bad person he is, and how hard it is to get rid of him, even though the population over there, the actual majority of the population does not like him, and still he holds on. So I got this message that something about that is so, and I got I saw this image of a building, like people building shaking. And I was like, wow. And I saw these people kind of like terrified, but it wasn't a tall building like 9/11 was. It was just this building and people were so scared, but I didn't get the feeling that it was going to be like a terrorist attack. I got this feeling, and then I asked, and he said, it's so we're making all of this explode in the unseen world so that it doesn't impact the seen world. So it's saying we can almost deactivate it here on this other realm now, but it takes up so much energy. And it's almost like, you know what, like it's almost like electricity, right? When we use all the appliances, then sometimes there's a short circuit, or like it goes down. And it's saying the same way, the energy that we have to use high levels of energy in order to lower I'm sorry, to make those low vibrations higher in order to dissolve their power, that we feel is like weighing down. I was like, and I even asked, I was like, but I'm gonna get my period. Could I just be having my period issues, PMS or something? And it said no, that it was this message. And it said it also showed that I think there's so BB, because I think there's a possibility that there's a holiday called uh uh Rosh Rosh Hashanah, and then also Yom Kippur. Apparently it starts on October 2nd. So before then that he could go really soon. But I just got that it's the amount of energy that spirit spends to try to like take the power away from these people. It's so intense that we, some of us end up feeling this energy, okay, this energetic pull, okay. So I just wanted to share this, that it no, and if maybe some people also have this feeling, then it's, that there is a, but that after this, it's going to, remember how I've always said that September, it would be like a really weird month, but it's saying that afterwards, then it will be much weaker. And it's saying, and I also got that it's all the people that, people like Putin, BB, Trump, and even those people who are attack, the opposition of BB, like the Hamas guy, or what's his name, Nasrallah, the guy from Hezbollah. So so hello, Neil, good to see you. So it's really like, I just wanted to share this. I thought it was quite interesting, right? That like that all of those people, because I got this. Oh, the information was something like around along the lines of all those people that want to create wars, or basically are in the business of getting other people killed in a way or another, whether it's quote unquote defense or not. In the end, they're kind of vibrating in a similar way. It's saying like, "Oh, hello, Christopher. Good to see you." So it's saying this, that they're all like, they may be going soon. That's what I got. But that it's a lot of work for a spirit to remove them, and that this like instability that I was saying I was feeling, is this feeling. It was a kind of like a dark feeling. Okay. All right. So that was that. That was it. Now the other thing. So now somebody asked a question here. I thought it was interesting. I have not talked about this at all, but it's a point that let's see here. Cat is raising. How will the Colin Allred and Ted Cruz debate in October go? So guys, so apparently, not apparently, I was actually listening to, I told you I sometimes listen to the Bulwark. It's like re former Republican or Republican, I don't quite it. So there's this woman, Sarah, she runs focus groups. And so she was talking, so she runs the focus groups, and she even records the focus groups. So she was showing the recordings of people like in so-called independents or Republicans or something in Texas. And she said they all hate Ted Cruz, that he's so unpopular that everybody, even the Republicans over there, hate him. And they're like, I can't believe, when there was a big, was it the problem with electricity, or remember it was really cold winter, and then he went to Cancun with his wife. Like, they remember this. So, but I also, guys, did you see, of course, what they did over there in Texas in terms of going after voters, disenfranchising voters? So I think they could be cheating, right? Like, so what is going to happen? Because so then in the video they were saying that actually Colin Allred is doing really good. He is ahead of Ted Cruz. So but, and of course, guys, the Senate is crucial, and it's so dangerous, right? For us, we could. I mean, I'm not saying we will, but it could, right? Because we're going to lose Manchin. Manchin was really not really a Democrat, but West Virginia is not. We're not going to get a seat get Democrats in West Virginia from West Virginia, apparently. So, well, they're like, just wait, Rose. You don't know, okay, whatever. But anyway, so let's see Ted Cruz. What's going on with Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz and Colin. So there's going to be a debate in October, but let's see how's the debate going to go, and then what's going to happen to Ted Cruz. So, okay, I do think there's a possibility that Ted Cruz could lose, but I still see, I've been saying this before. I do think that the government there's gonna be like national guards. I see there's a lot of military on the streets over there in Texas, especially because we know what they're doing about voting, right? The politicians, the Republican politicians over there are making it very hard for people to vote. So the Department of Justice will send, I see that there's Department of Justice in a lot of places making sure people can vote. And there are even trucks like say National Guard, vote here, something like that. Like there's some states there's going to be a lot of conflict about this because Republicans are going to try to prevent people from voting. So, and I see, what I saw just now, which is fascinating, was that I saw these women. I don't know why it's telling you such detail. The Dallas suburbs, it's saying. And I guess, I don't know if it was always conservative, but it's saying that these women, they look Republican to me, I have to say. They're like, I heard that he's going to take away our rights. I don't know the Texas accent, but like, I'm not going to vote for him. I'm talking to my girlfriends and we're going to vote for Colin Allred. Hmm, that's right. Oh, hello, Mary. Good to see you. Good to see you. So something like I see the suburban women, even the conservative when they're like, you know what? They're not going to see our vote. I'm not going to vote for Ted Cruz. They hate Ted Cruz. But I feel like part of the things, part of their hatred has to do with these extreme abortion rights attacks. And and no, but I see that he's like, oh, that he's like, oh, yes, yes. Let's talk about and because guys, Ted Cruz is so unlikable, and it's saying people hate him. That's the problem. That's the problem. Oh, yes, yeah, yeah. Is that right? I heard him talking about women, and I have to tell him it's not right what they're doing with women. They're like, anyway, just I just feel like I see that there's going to be all these women, and they're like, wow, there's all these women in line to vote. And she's like, and they're being interviewed. It's like, I'm the chair of the Republican County or whatever. I'm former treasurer of the Dallas Association of, and I see that they're like say it, but they like go in there and they vote Democrat. They're like, well, but it's so strange how a traditionally Republican county is now voting for Democrats. Oh, yes, they're voting for Democrats because they're tired. They're tired, damn tired of, I'm sorry, guys, I'm damn tired of damn Republicans. So, no, really, right? And so, what I see that all women, Democratic or not, they're not going to vote for, okay, for Ted Cruz. But I still see that there may be delays and there may be they're going to try to do a lot. But I see that he's like, what? But I am also getting that I see some of the donors over there kind of doubting that he's going to win, or that I think they have been told quietly to say something to be like, you know what, Ted Cruz, I think it's time for you to reconsider. There's another candidate somewhere over there that can try to win a state. Ted Cruz, it's been a long time. Ted, it's been a long time, and we're not seeing a lot of popularity in the state. So, so we're going to have to find somebody else. Right? But they don't find somebody else in time. So, so it has to be him. But but I don't see it. And he's like, but I see that he's shocked. Ted was like, what? And he's like, are you telling me I have to wear a hat out of here? I have to put on my cowboy hat to get out of here. Yes, Mr. Biden. Yeah, so it's possible. I think it's very possible. Well, guys, I'm with this thing with Texas. I still because I did think that Beto could win. Remember Beto? But it told me it's different. And it's saying two things. One is that the Trump voter is not going to show up. It's saying, I told you before, it's possible that the real hardcore Trump voters are not going to show up at the end of the day. So they're going to help Democrats. And that a lot of people who claim to be conservative are not going to, when push comes to shove, they're not going to vote for um for Republicans. And it's saying there's even some Republicans I do agree. So excellent. Tammy. Tammy said. Because guys, and by the way, remember now she took Ozempic. Oh, Ozempic. You know, her President Trump. President Trump. Oh, thank you, Jules. Thank you for your support. So, so interesting, very interesting. Okay. Oh, remember her? By the way, I shouldn't say, I know people, so, make them how, I tried. I tried voting for Ted Cruz, but I can no longer take it. No, guys, I already see I have to focus. I really have to, I have to listen to something and then try to imitate it. But I want, okay, maybe for fun, I should do this. I should do a channel just for being Melania. Yeah, I know people like Melania. I should have a Melania Trump channel, like just for her videos, Melania videos for a few minutes. I'm from Texas. Red Link is saying that she likes my accent. Is that right? Is it okay? I have to study a little better for this. I'm from Texas. Grace is from Texas. Okay, I got distracted a little here. So anyway, it's fun. It's fun. Hello, Jess. Sorry. It's fun. So that's right. The stock price is dropping fast. That's right. So the Trump stock really is not doing great, huh? Interesting. So the energy on the ground, very pro Harris, more Harris signs, less Trump signs. Do you see Florida flipping blue? So that's good. That's good. I'm glad, Grace, that you're approving. You're approving. That's good. Okay, so I still see something somewhat similar that there has to be police like National Guard because otherwise they're going to cheat the election. That's what I think. Okay, so Melania, that's right. By the way, did you see the Melania? That's another. I shouldn't be giving you just on this Melania news. Melania news. That's it. Melania news. That's what it should be. Rose and Melania news. So you see that she has a. I should save it for that. She published a video about her naked photos. That sounds like a material for a video here. Interesting, interesting. So okay. So now let's go more. There's more other news. I get this. I know, guys, I have problem with distractions. Okay, now let's go. Okay, so that's right. I talked about the message of spirit that there's all these changes going to happen, that bad people are going down sooner or later, and it's saying that it takes up a lot of our energy. And if you're tired, that's probably why. If you're a light worker of some kind, then you're feeling it more. Now, interesting. So okay, actually, maybe since talk about Melania, what's going on with Melania? Is she gonna vote for Trump? Is she gonna vote for Trump? I don't want to go. I'm tired of this. I want to have a life. I want to go Europe. I'm tired. Tired of those government things. I hate it. She no liking a secret. Oh, because guys, apparently before Trump, before 2016, she had a boyfriend even that they had somehow, and apparently she and Trump had discussed she getting a divorce. She was happy about it, and now she can't because she has Secret Service all around, and they watch over her, so she doesn't like it. So she wants it to be done. Okay, it's just okay. So anyway, so now let's go to Israel and Lebanon. So there's all these things happening. I had seen before privately here almost. Um, and so and okay, so let me go back. I had seen that Bibi could go in the next week or so, okay, but he always survives a lot of things. And at the same time, there's so I tell you what I had seen before is that BB would have be forced out very quickly from one day to the next because a lot of people in Israel, including the army and a lot of the politicians, the left and the right, they don't want him to do a ground invasion of Lebanon. And that's what he's preparing to do. He's bombing now. And there's, of course, Hezbollah is also bombing back, but that's the vibe. So so and that's what he's been talking about, right? He's like, oh, forget about Gaza. I'm going to go to Lebanon. So what is going to happen here? What is going to happen? What's happening now? Yeah, he's moving. That's right. It's saying that's what he wants and that's what he's moving towards. But I see that he's gonna fall. He's just gonna fall. It's like they're moving. I see he's going. He's even walking towards the border. Like this isn't in the vision, but he falls and he can't get up again. And he's like because he was celebrating the win, so-called win in his mind already, and it doesn't happen. So is there? So tell me, is there? Yeah, I see that there's like a. It shows me something actually very clear, like almost like a booby trap that he's walking on the ground, and then he trips. He trips, and it's saying that he crossed the line. He literally crossed the line on Lebanon, and they had warned him, we're not going to go there, we're not going to send troops there, we don't have enough troops, it's too complicated. And then he has to be removed because it's saying that he doesn't, we know that he doesn't follow the rules, he doesn't respect the US, he doesn't, the US keeps giving right him rope technically, but something has to end. Okay, so okay, so let's see the joke about you. Okay, I don't. Maybe I don't, so if Elon moves his ex in a SpaceX to Texas, he'll be singing "All my exes live in Texas." Interesting. So, okay. Um. Mhm. So okay. Wow, look at this. What about Montana Secretary of State leaving Kamala's name off the absentee ballot? Will anything be done? I see the federal government's like reprint it. Oh, yeah, reprint it. It's saying that they, and I see it's interesting. I see Merrick Garland being exasperated, like he's like, oh my God, I can't believe, and someone's like, yeah, we know we got. It's not like we didn't know. It's not like we didn't know they were going to do something about it, right? It's like, well, I thought that we were, I thought they were committed to the country. Like he's naive, I guess, right? He doesn't. No, but I don't want to give the impression that we're like, stepping on their toes or something. Like, right? He's in to be a little more aggressive. So okay, so that's that now. Okay. Hmm. So he's gonna have to reprint. That's it. That's it. So that's it. No time to reprint and remove. So, but I still think there's something. So let's see what's gonna happen. I still see that he's gonna have to redo it. They're gonna have there. It's fine. It is what it is. That's what I'm getting. They're gonna have to redo it. Or there's just something they're gonna have to find a way around it. They can't. I mean, can you imagine if they were able to do something like this? If oh yeah, just sure, it's her name's not on the ballot. Bye. Like so, something's gonna happen. I still don't. They're not gonna get away with it. Okay. So okay, so that's it. But yeah, that's what I mean. We can imagine this is uh so okay. Another thing they were talking in this podcast, I was discussing Montana, the Senate race in Montana. They think that John Tester is going to lose. And so no, it's saying that there's a lot of things that could change. It's saying you have no idea how things could shift. It's saying a lot of unexpected events will still happen. And I still believe, guys, that Trump is going to be MIA. Because we know one thing about Trump, he doesn't like to lose. And if he realizes that he's definitely going to lose, think about it. He is not going to want to be around for it, right? I mean, he lost the other time, but he tried, right? He was in power then. And this time it's different. So I think he could wage a campaign against Republicans, really, to as a revenge kind of feeling, right? So okay. So all right. So okay. Okay. So all right. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Continue. Continue. Okay. I don't want to be too distracted. All right. So okay. So I think it's so guys, it's so funny. So when is I think the isn't the VP debate October 1st? Oh, that's right. It's a week, right? I'm not gonna miss that. No way. Let's see. That's it. CBS News hosting the VP debate at the CBS Broadcast Center in New York City on October 1st. So in a week. Is that right? In a week. So it's going to be okay. Wow. Okay. So how is that going to, guys? It's going to be so great. And it's saying that it's going to be. Remember Don Quayle? He was one of the most embarrassing VP candidates ever. He's saying that it's gonna be one for the ages. And it's saying it's so bad that they're gonna use this against him, and he's gonna lose his Senate position too. Not only is he gonna lose the election, but it's saying they're gonna use it for his Senate campaign. Because it's saying he won the election. Of course, Ohio is now red, but they didn't know how bad he was then. There was a lot of money involved in electing him. And now And now that all of this has come out, people see how unlikable he really is. And so it's gonna be, and I think, guys, if you imagine if you had to debate Tim Walz. Tim Walz is so good. He is so charismatic, right? First of all, he's extremely charismatic, he's very smart, he's very direct, right? So it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. So it's gonna be one for the ages, because don't you think? I think Tim Walz is so at ease. He's so at ease in public, and he's so likable. So that's right. I know Peter Thiel completely, of course he does, right? He does. So it's just gonna be, and I see that JD Vance, it's saying as he starts to look bad, it's saying it's gonna be so embarrassing. He's gonna get red in the face. It's gonna start the anger. We talked about it, right? He has this bizarre anger about him, and his anger is going to show. And guys, the serial killers, like, if you watch crime shows, they're like, well, and the woman's like, I was married to him, he seemed like such a good man, but then one day he had this look in his eye, and I was like, who is this man, right? And with him, that's exactly what the Bible's gonna see, like the serial killer. Ding, 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 dun, dun, dun. And I'm thinking to myself, honestly, JD Vance, does anybody have a DNA sample of him? Is he in the DNA database? Huh? Hmm. I'm watching. Put him in the DNA database. Oh, it shows me that he was definitely killing animals. You know how they say the FBI, apparently the indicators of serial killers are like fire, putting on fires, arson, and killing and being violence to animals, killing animals, torturing animals when they're teenagers or kids. So watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. So that the Christina say, Vance should have stayed on his couch. Exactly. He's mean. That's it. He was mean to his kids. That's it. No, 100%, exactly. He's bad. He's a bad person. He's a mean, entitled, arrogant person. And it's saying he's gonna look it at the end of the debate. You're gonna see him like, you disgusting Democrat, shut up. Like he will like lose it. He will really lose it. And it's saying that he thinks that this is going to play out well with the like extremists, but even the extremists are gonna be like, whoa, dude. I wasn't expecting that. You're supposed to pretend like you care. Exactly, personal transformation is a jerk. Exactly. Exactly. No, thank you. Thank you, guys. Wow, he rented, are you serious? Vance rented a dog? Oh my God, because I was like, wow, I was surprised. He has a dog. Hmm. I was funny. Interesting, though. And it was weird. Interesting. That's right. That's it. Exactly. He's so creepy. Wow. Wow. Hmm. That's right. Ima guys, I was thinking to my mind, I was imagining, having a hairband that has like a mini couch. Maybe I should try to look up if I can like buy a little like doll couch and wear it on top of my head. Wear a doll couch. Oh, it's a good Halloween costume. A doll couch, like on my head. I'm dressed as JD Vance. I'm dressed as JD Vance. My costume. My God, he rented. Can you imagine what kind of person rents a dog? Are you serious? He rented a dog. Oh my God. Is that even a thing? How can it's so bizarre? Rented a dog. Like that's so wow. It's not his. What? Wait, he's admitting this. No, you have to watch this. I found it. You have to watch this. I can't believe this is real, but I guess it is. It's not AI. It's not AI. It's not AI. Oh my God. No, no, you have to watch. This is amazing. What? Okay. Oh my God.
First of all, before we start, who is that? This is Atlas. Atlas, come here. What's up, buddy? So this is Atlas, which I found out on the internet a few weeks ago that he's actually a rent-a-dog that was given to me by the campaign to make me seem like I'm a dog fan. And this weird. Weird.
What? Wait, that's real. That's real. I can't believe that's right. My God, I never honestly, guys, I never heard of such a thing. Even though I'm actually love dogs, I would love to when can you believe it? Oh, thank you, Neil. It's very kind of you guys. Thank you for your support. That's very sweet. Neil's been a supporter for so long. Like he was one of the first people to watch me. Wow. Is that right? Is it real? It's real. It's real. It was an interview. Was it right? Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe. Okay, so is it? I can't. I can't. Yes,
he's actually
it's on
a
YouTube.
rent-a-dog that was given to me by the campaign to
That's
make me
right.
seem
True or deceptive video editing. Oh, he was this. Okay, so this is a rumor, apparently. Okay, so but this is so bad. This is so bad, right? So apparently it's a rumor. He's like, oh, they said it, but still, on as you know, this thing, it's so funny because just like this story of the couch, he's so creepy that you believe it. You believe it. Wait, what? Wow. So it's like he's so bad. So apparently it's not doesn't make sense. What? So he lies. This is the thing. So it's not wow. So this is disinformation, guys. How interesting. But he joked about it. That's what it is. And he's such a liar. So apparently if you double check it, it's not true. It's not true. But how funny. How funny. So they edited it, but still, he looks like it, right? Don't you think he believe him because he said it. He said it himself, right? Because what normal person, like a normal person, would be like, oh, I went to, right? A normal person would be like, wow, well, no, I was in a shelter. You know how it is, like, but I saw this dog. I just knew I had to have it, and he was the sweetest dog. There's always a story in how you fell in love with a dog, or how a neighbor had a dog and they had to move, or something, right? There was always a very genuine story. But with him, it's telling me, Rosie, he's not capable of authenticity. He's so inauthentic. It's his dog, okay? So sorry guys, I wasted all the time. I'm sorry on this, but it's okay. But it's interesting. It's just like the couch story. So okay. So so my God, so funny. So there's a subreddit. It's called JD Vance's couch. Oh my God. That's so funny. So That's right. No, it's so the story is this, guys. It's his dog. So he did say this in the show. Okay, so the story is this, that's his actual dog. But he was joking. He was joking on the Tucker Carlson show that he said it himself. It's not AI. Like he was saying it himself. Oh, but it was a joke. It was supposed to be a joke. Oh my God. I can't believe this is real. Oh my God. He's saying he's that cynical. That's it. He's that cynical. Wow. Okay. And and I see that even Tucker Carlson in behind, he's like, I can't believe how bad this guy is. Tucker Carlson's like, well, I'm trying to give him a bone here. The guy, I'm trying to help him out, but he's so bad. He doesn't have saying he doesn't have it. Tucker Carlson himself was telling his friends like he doesn't have it. It's saying he doesn't have the charisma. That's right. He jokes and he's such a liar that you believe him, right? Like you believe him, because he's so bad, you know what I mean? He's never authentic. So so anyway, so sorry. Going back here. So that's right, where were there? Okay, so Biden UN speech. That's right. He calls out Putin. And I see that it's interesting. I see this image and then just to end this, guys, because it's getting, a little later. Uh I get this message. I get this image here saying something like that Biden gives a speech and it tells me 2.5 months later, Putin is gone. Okay. Putin is gone. So it's saying, so it's just telling us that Putin is gone. They're all going to be gone by the end of the year. I feel like most of them, those bad people. So Chris has a question. Can you guys tell you why JD Vance flipped from hating Trump to being his biggest fan? Wow, interesting. It tells me immediately that JD Vance is all about playing different characters. So when he was saying when his book came out, it was all about being the authentic guy from Appalachia. He's like, I'm an authentic guy from Appalachia. I'm not one of those people who believes in Donald Trump. I'm real. I'm real. Even though actually he grew up in an Ohio suburb or something like that, right? He just went sometimes to visit once in a blue moon. But he's like, I'm from Appalachia. Yeah, I'm a guy from Appalachia. I know what it's like to be from Appalachia. I know what. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about it. My mom. Remember, he said my mom, whatever he was like, whatever name he used to be like authentic. It's like it's like guys. I'm not. I speak Portuguese, my first language. I'm Brazilian, but if I wanted to be like, oh, I'm like quote unquote Latin or I'd be like, mommy, papi. It's kind of weird. Think about it. Like if you're a person like, I was just like wanted to say mommy or papi. Like it feels kind of weird. You know what I mean? Fake because it would be fake. He's very so it's saying that he was playing this character, and then he's like, and then of course Peter Thiel is the guy who has all the money. He's like, and I see that Peter Thiel's touching his thigh. He's like touching his thigh. Mima, is that right? Mama, Mima, Mima. So So touching his thigh, he was like touching his thigh. He's like, "Hey, JD Vance, here's a $500 million for you. You think you can handle it?" So he's like, "Oh, Peter," and then so it's saying that when the book was out, he wanted to play the character that he believed was the character of the book, and then when Peter Thiel came around, which they knew each other already, right? He's like, "Well done with your book. You did a great job, JD Vance. You did great. Now listen, I want some people to cosplay senator. Let me tell you the ideas I have for you. And I'm getting literally the ideas I have for you. He's not asking JD Vance what you think. He's saying, let me tell you what I think you should do as a senator. So he's already and it's saying Peter Thiel knows that JD Vance is a very susceptible, he can be manipulated easily, that he would has no ideas of his own, right? So that's right. That's right. So that's right. So he lied about me not paying for it. That's right. So it's just so I see this that he plays to whatever, and it's saying pay to play. He's like a pay to play character. It's saying that he was always he was always conservative-ish, but he's saying it's like he's very it's they some people claim the whole thing of like Republic like a lot of the Republican thing is very the so-called populist is the resentment thing. That's like I am entitled to this and I hate these and that people. So part of it is that he but it's saying that he wants to play the hero like sort of like to become the Marlboro Man kind of character. But it's always saying he's just completely empty and inauthentic. And it's saying he's like, what was that movie? The Incredible Mr. It's like a person who pretends to be somebody they're not. You know those movies about I think it was with Matt Damon. Was Matt Damon, I think it was, that pretended to be somebody. I was like in Venice or I forgot the story, but it was like it was just like that kind of like a character that came out of nowhere and like wow he was just a brilliant person and he was like this and like that and that's him. Is his wife paid to play too? It's saying she wanted to be it's saying wow she's saying her goal is becoming Kavanaugh's wife. And it's saying this the thing with her is like is those guys she's like basically a person of color who wants to be Republican. Fabulous Mr. Ripley. That's it. Fabulous. That's it. And it's kind of like, and I see that she feels she hates it because in reality, she had a lot of power. She was a litigator at a very respected firm. She's very, very smart. And she had a very tough job. And now she has to pretend to talk to the wives and they're like discussing dishwasher. What kind of dishwasher liquid do you use? And she hates it. And she it doesn't make because so it's sort of like she thought that by being Republican, she would get to power and it's saying she hates it because now that this is the irony here. That's right. My talent of a story. The irony here is that she is a lot more like Kamala, right? Because she went to law school. She's a very serious litigator. And in order for her to succeed in that Republican world, she has to pretend to be dumb and she has to be like, oh, I'm just like, kind of like she has to be something I don't think she's like that, truly. She's ambitious, she works really hard and she likes it. She really likes it. So it's saying that she is depressed. She is depressed and that she hates it, that she made a wrong choice, right? And also, guys, the way he treats the kids, and I think he's basically a gay, like he's unresolved about his sexuality, and he's with her for what, right? She's a beard, basically, I think. So, that's it. So that's the story. Okay. Sorry, I go off. I enjoy, guys. It's been really fun today, by the way. I know I talk a lot, but wow, that's it. Okay. Wow. Talented Mr. Right, but that's it. That's the one. So that's it. He plays the characters. And what is saying that what he's going to find is that after this thing, he has nowhere to go because he's going to lose the Senate and he's going to be remembered basically as a joke. As a joke. So did she convert to Catholicism as well, or is she still Hindu? Is she Hindu because she's vegetarian, right? Like, uh, she could no, I don't think she did. I mean, and I feel like for her, maybe uh, weird. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't feel like is she really good? I don't feel guys somehow I don't feel it. I don't feel that I mean, I think he did. And I feel like I've seen he talk about it himself, but I do, it doesn't make sense. I think maybe they go to church because they have to go, but I don't feel like she's, and what's interesting, guys, that in India, there's a part of India, because I'm from Brazil, right? So Brazil's colonized by Portugal. There's part of India, Goa, right? There was I think briefly a Portuguese colony. And some people from India has Portuguese sounding names actually. And then I see that she's like, oh yeah, there's that part, but I think it's saying there's very few Catholics still. I mean, very almost like it's a non thing. So I don't feel like she knows it's just for show anyway. And I see, oh, interesting. I see that, well, because guys, who's Catholic among conservatives? Is Kavanaugh's Catholic. Barr, it's the whole opposite. I have to send this article. It's the whole opposite day thing. So JD Vance thinks that if he becomes Catholic, then he has the connections to all these people that he thinks are the top of the heap over of this new world that he wants to belong to. So that's why he's saying he converted to Catholicism because of Barr, Kavanaugh, and the the Leonard Leo is also Catholic. She's a practicing Hindu, and her husband a Christian who was raised evangelical but converted to Catholicism in 2019. Interesting, right? So that isn't that weird? Like, I just don't get it, honestly, because he in practice he's living a very diverse, he has a diverse household, right? And now and then he claims, so strange. I find it so strange. I find it so strange. That's it. I don't think so. No, I don't think it's gonna last. I think for her, she's gonna go through a deep depression. I actually think that there's a chance that in the future, 10 or so years down the line, she could kind of do a lot of work to kind of find herself, but because she started off like this, but it's gonna eat her inside. The fact that Kamala Harris president. And what is she doing? Like, she thought she was gonna be president or something. Not president, right? But that's you know, what's CG? What's CG? So wow. So anyway, so this is it, guys. Okay. Oh, Barr is defending Rupert Murdoch at trial. Oh, interesting. Weird. Okay. So yeah, there's a trial of Murdoch against. He's such a great dad. There's a trial in the family because the other kids want power. They want inheritance. I forgot. There's some story about the power of a. Wow. Oh, he's changed. That's right. He's changed his name. So that's it. He's an empty vessel, So anyway, guys. So this is it. It was very fun talking to you today. Very fun. It was nice. Our energy connecting today. Okay, so that's it. That's it for today. So hold on tight this week. We'll see what will happen. I wonder if Netanyahu will go by the end by next Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Alrighty. So thanks for your support. Thanks for watching, and have a great one. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Talk to you soon. Okay. Okay. Bye. Love you. Bye.